Keegan Fur, Story 1. About 2 years ago, I was driving home from a family reunion pretty late at night, and the drive was about 2 hours. I didn't stay the night because I had to be back for work the following day. Most of the drive was on roads with dense bushes and trees on either side, the real creepy ones you see a lot in movies. Anyway, I had been driving about 45 minutes, and I was starting to get really tired. You know how sometimes you just suddenly become really tired out of nowhere? Well, yeah, that happened to me. I knew I wasn't going to last, but I didn't come across any place that I felt I could park and safely sleep. Anyway, after it became clear to me that I wasn't going to find a place to pull up and my tiredness wasn't going away, I did something very questionable. I pulled over to the side of the road onto the grass, behind some bushes, to try and hide my car from anybody else who was going to come past. The roads weren't empty. I came across another car every few minutes or so. I made a mental note that the time was 11:22 and then fell asleep. Some time later, I was awoken by a scratching sound. I looked at the clock, 11:50. The sound stopped after a few seconds, and because I was still extremely tired, I didn't bother looking around and simply went back to sleep. I was later awoken by the same sound, and it was now 12:40. This time it really freaked me out because the sound didn't stop. The thought ran across my mind that it was just an animal inspecting the car, but why would it return almost an hour after it had left the previous time? I looked in my rear view mirror and just managed to catch a glimpse of something running away into the forest. Now, at the time, I thought it was the damn hook killer. You know, the one that scratched that couple's car and then slaughtered the guy when he got out to investigate? Fuck that, I thought to myself, so I got the hell out of there. There was a bend no more than 100 yards up the road, and as I came around it, there was a fucking car, parked off to the side of the road with the driver's side door opened. I slowed down just to look to see if anyone was in there. There wasn't. Then I looked in my rear view mirror. I didn't see anything, and all of a sudden, this guy comes sprinting around the corner. He starts screaming at me, shouting stuff like, hey you, get the fuck out of your car. No, I noped the fuck out of there and sped off. I never saw the guy again. Moral of the story? Don't fucking sleep on the side of a deserted road. Story 2. This is not supernatural creepy, but is one of the more disturbing and surreal experiences of my life. One early morning a few short years ago, I am walking to my bus stop and eating a banana. It is dark, misty, around 5 a.m., and I am internally debating something trivial, like if I want my daily Starbucks before or after the commute. As I approach the dimly lit corner on my street, a tall man in a black mask steps out of the dark alleyway to my left. Sleepy and disoriented, I barely acknowledge him. When he shouts, "Put down your fucking purse," and points his gun to my head, things start to click. The man says, "Put down your bags," and I tell him, Okay, I'm putting them down over here. He orders me to walk over to him, toward the alley, and get down on the fucking ground, and I agree, I'm coming, okay. My heart is beating a million miles a minute, and my hands still smell sticky with banana. I know I need to get away. I don't know why, but my mouth won't stop working. Look, see, I'm on the ground. My stuff is over there. Please just take my stuff, but he doesn't like it. Shut the fuck up, okay? He gets on top of me and puts the gun to my head. At this point, I should mention the fact that I'm on my way to coach a high school practice, and I'm dressed like a dude. Huge baggy pants, hat, jacket. If not for my telltale voice, I'd look like a prepubescent 90s rap star. Anyway, as the guy gets on top of me, gun to my head, he looks at me and pauses. I can't tell you why I know this, but I swear that at this moment, it clicks for him that I'm a woman. He gets off of me, stands up, and points to the dark alley. Come with me. My stomach hurts. I remember that there have been a recent rash of sexual assaults in my neighborhood during the daytime, no less. When the man points down that dirty alleyway, my internal voice speaks the fuck up. Says voice number 1. There was no way in hell you were going to go down there without a fight. But he has a gun, you dipshit, replies voice number 2. Fucking follow me, the real voice, his voice hollers. So I do what I do best. I talk. I'm coming. I'm following you. I call. And the man makes a crucial mistake. He believes me. I take 2 tiny steps backwards toward the sidewalk, and he turns his body and his gun toward the alley. This is my moment. I take a deep breath, tuck my head down in case he starts shooting, and start sprinting away. I hear a voice screaming in a high-pitched wail before I realize that it's mine.
Follow.
After running 6 or 7 blocks, I head back to my apartment, hoping he's not there to see where I lived. The police check out the alleyway an hour later, but the potential attacker is long gone. The only evidence of the encounter is my banana peel browning in the alleyway and the adrenaline rush that I couldn't shake for days. I would be lying if I said that if that experience doesn't bother me still, but I'm so fortunate to mainly be haunted by the what-ifs and not the what-dids. Story 3.
The road to Blackwater Pines was never marked on any modern map, though old survey charts still showed a thin ink line cutting through the trees like a wound that never healed. It started when I took a shortcut home after my shift. The sky was already dark, heavy with low clouds that swallowed the moonlight. My cousin, he's the kind of guy who always claims he knows old roads from back when the logging camps still ran, had told me, if you see the broken fence, you're still on the right path. I saw it. That was the first mistake. The fence leaned inward like it was tired of holding the forest back.
Correct.
Beyond it, the trees weren't just dense, they felt arranged. Too straight, too patient, like they were waiting for something to walk between them. My phone lost signal, not slowly, instantly. One moment full bars, the next a blank screen like it had forgotten what a tower was. Still, I kept walking.
Follow.
That's when I heard footsteps behind me. Not crunching leaves, not twigs snapping, just matching mine. I stopped. The forest didn't, so I kept going, a little faster. The footsteps matched again, always one step late, like whatever it was had to study me before copying me. Then I saw the old signpost. It had 3 arrows, 2 were snapped off, the last one pointed deeper in, and carved into the wood, fresh enough that the sap still glistened, were words. "You're late." The air changed after that. Not colder exactly, thicker. Like breathing through wet cloth. I remember thinking about turning back, but when I did, the path behind me was gone. Just trees, no fence, no road, no exit, only forward remained. That's when I saw the lantern. Hanging from a branch that shouldn't have been strong enough to hold it, swaying gently with no wind. It wasn't lit normally, it pulsed, like something inside it was breathing. And beneath it stood a man. Or what looked like one. He didn't move, but his head tilted the moment I noticed him.
Lie down.
Slowly, too slowly, like the motion was being remembered rather than performed.
Push.
Then he spoke, though I never saw his mouth open. "You followed the old route." My throat went dry. I tried to answer, but my voice didn't come out right. It sounded like it arrived late. The footsteps behind me stopped. Everything stopped, even the trees. The man took one step forward, and I realized something worse than being lost. I wasn't being followed anymore. I was being replaced.